We're here with Don Capriva at the Division I Cross Country Championships for the NCAA. Don is the PR director for the NCAA coaches, and you've been watching these meets for 30, how many years now?
Well, this is my 33rd, I think my 34th. So I've seen a lot of these. Since 1967, I haven't missed too many.
Well, this is going to be a really interesting one because it seems to be wide open. Tell us a little bit about some of the teams that we'll be paying attention to today.
Well, certainly Wisconsin has been I won't say prohibitive favorite all year, but nonetheless the favorite, but probably just by a little bit. Wisconsin has a good number of people back from last year, including Chris Zielinski, who was third a year ago and is the top returning runner, and Matt Withrow, who finished ninth last year.
Now that's huge. In fact, there's a whole busload of folks down from Stevens Point, Wisconsin, wearing Zielinski shirts. So they're following Chris, and they've been doing it for quite a few years now.
Yeah, Chris has quite a fan club that follows him. In fact, one of the officials said to me a little bit ago, he said he thinks the entire city of Madison is down here today. So
now, some of the other teams that are chasing them could be Colorado, Stanford. Who else should we be looking at?
Well, certainly, I think my gut feeling tells me that Colorado is going to be very good. They upset Wisconsin by 4 points 2 years ago when Wisconsin was the favorite then. A good number of members of that team are back, including Brett Vaughn and Billy Nelson. So they should certainly have an impact. Not to be discounted is Oregon, which Coach Vin Lananen in his second year there, he built up the program at Stanford for many years, won a few national titles there, and he has built a young crew at Oregon that has probably exceeded expectations this year, and in fact defeated Stanford in both the Pac-10 meet and the West Regional.
Now, let's talk a little bit about the individual race.
You could argue that Chris Zielinski, his teammate who was third, has a bit of a target, but Chris was ill at the Big Ten meet and finished seventh. He was sixth at the regional when the Badgers ran really a tempo run and just cruised to an easy victory. But Chris is certainly a favorite. He's the NCAA 5K champ from track and two-time 3K champ. But he's not the only one who has a chance to win.
Who are some of the ones who might be aiming for him today?
I think certainly Martin Fagan from Providence, the Northeast Regional and Big East champ, certainly will be a top contender. I think Josh Rowatinski, the Mountain Regional champion from BYU, is a top contender. A hometown guy from Indianapolis, Neff Aria from Stanford.
At about 7K with the serve, and up to the finish he comes for 2006 NCAA champion in cross country from BYU, All-American Josh Rowatinski.
We have here the Division I NCAA cross country champion, Josh Rowatinski.
Yeah, nice.
Ross, Josh, tell us about your race today. It was really a stunning development.
Yeah, it went really well. I mean, the first 5K, I just wanted to keep contact, and Coach Estlin said something was going to happen around 7, 8K, and it did. Me and Neff and a couple other guys took off, and, I had what it took at the end.
Well, you had what it took all the way through. You pretty much hung with the lead pack from the beginning, didn't you?
Yeah, that was my plan. I just told myself keep contact and I'll do well. I didn't feel good the first 5K, but after that I just kind of settled down and got in there.
Well, you know this course pretty well. You won the pre-nats. What was the mud like for you today?
Really muddy. No, I put some nice long spikes in and just made sure that I was careful, where I was stepping as far as like being around other guys, and just, be careful and know that everyone's running the same stuff.
I know some of the guys were complaining they were getting a lot of mud in their face, but when you're leading, that doesn't happen much, does it?
Even if you're behind one guy, it still happens. I got some in my mouth, too, so.
Oh, gee. Well, Josh, congratulations, and thanks for giving us a great race today.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you.
Go Arkansas!
He's in like 96. All right, set. Go Kansas!
We have here the champion of the Great Lakes Regional, Corey Nowitzki from Eastern Michigan University. And Corey, how did your race go today? It looks like you turned out All-American.
Yeah, that was the goal for the whole season, pretty much All-American. And it was real muddy, but going through the race, I could hear people on the sidelines shouting out places to the people around me, so I knew I had a chance to be All-American. So, and then I finished up real well and finished in 30. So I'm happy.
How did the mud affect your running today?
It was real muddy. But my last 2 races, the regional race and the MAC meet, were real muddy. So I'd seen it earlier in the season, so it wasn't anything new, but it definitely affected the times. But everybody had to run through it. So.
Sure. Are there any special tactics that you use to cope with the mud?
Zigzagging across the course, trying to find the most solid ground. That's about it.
Good job, Kobe!
We have here Coach Walter Drenth from Michigan State University, and you had 2 teams here. You had quite a season, and you've really brought both teams up from pretty much not very much to teams that are here at the national meet. Can you tell us how you did it?
We just got a great group of kids. I mean, we've done a good job of recruiting, and the kids have bought into what we're trying to do, and that's kind of the long and short of it.
Well, they're getting faster too.
Well, they're training. I mean, that helps a lot, but they're committed to the process, and that's the most important thing.
I think one of the things that distinguishes your runners is they're pretty tough. They know how to handle different conditions, and you got a bunch of steeplechasers in there. Does that have something to do with it?
I don't know about the steeplechasers, but the toughness is something we talk about. I mean, it's really a matter of, physically, everybody that trains for cross country is past the physical toughness, so it's really a matter of trying to learn poise and presence on a cross country course, and understanding that it's a decision-making process, and that the toughness really has more to do with making the next decision and doing the next thing than anything else.
We're here with Tim Ross from Caledonia, Michigan, who ran for Mizzou today. And Tim, tell us about the really muddy course in your race today.
Well, it was pretty much muddy from the start all the way to the end. It was amazing. Mud's flying up in your face. It was fun, but it was kind of annoying after a while.
Annoying? I never thought of it flying in your face, and you're pretty tall.
Yeah, the guys are kicking it up there pretty high. There's just so many guys, and they're all really good, so we're all bunched up real close, and mud's just flying everywhere, so it was kind of fun.
What's it like running a national meet like this one?
Oh, it's an honor. I mean, just to be here. There's so many good guys. It's the pinnacle of college running, and getting a chance to run today was very satisfying.
Did you hear what happened at the front?
No, I have not heard anything yet.
The guy from BYU, Joshua Tinsky, actually won it, but it was pretty close the whole way.
Okay. Yeah. Man, that's great. I mean, there's a number of guys that had a chance. So.
Yeah. It was a pretty tight pack the whole way. There wasn't a lot of separation there. Did that surprise you?
Nah, for a meet like this, you pretty much expect people everywhere. There's so many good guys that you're not really going to get a break. So it's just passing people or being passed the whole race,
So do you still have time for track season?
Yes, I have indoor and outdoor left. I'm really looking forward to running my last 2 seasons for Missouri. So.
What distances will you be running?
5K and 10K outdoor, and 3K and 5K indoor, so distance stuff.
Okay, distance stuff. So we'll be looking for you, Tim. Thanks for talking to us.
Yeah, my pleasure. Thanks.
Okay, appreciate it.
Keep moving, runners coming in behind you. Keep moving. BYU NCAA champion.